Hey there, this is Debesh, the info security researcher. Today, Saturday, I am again here for another episode of Tech Podcast. Today's subject you have already seen in the image flyer. It is a permaculture with communities. And the guest speaker is Vishak Chandramaouli. So, without much ado, let us bring the guest on the screen.
Hello.
Hello, a massive welcome to the podcast window, and I want to thank you because you have agreed to come live. I mean, expose yourself live. Not many people agree to come to video and live videos. So
Yes,
before,
definitely.
yes, thank you. So as I always do, and it is a practice also, like if you can express yourself within one or two lines, who you are and what you do.
Yeah. I am a permaculture designer. Uh, I am based out of Bangalore these days. I was born and brought up in Calcutta, and now I'm mostly working with communities, working with farmers, helping them work on their land in a way which is not damaging to Mother Nature. That's mostly what I do.
Thank you. A very crisp, you can say, a description and a very nice pitch. And after that, as I have seen in your profile, LinkedIn profile, so can you tell us a brief background of yourself? There is no hurry up. You can go slow.
Yeah, as I told, I was born and brought up in Calcutta. Uh, I was there till I was around good 20 years, 22 years. I did my school, college, everything from Calcutta. I am a mechanical engineer. Uh, but then, I had a lifelong fascination of joining the army, the armed forces.
Oh, I see.
And that's the only thing which I was focused on. That's the only thing which was there in front of my eyes. But something changed probably in the second year or third year of college. I don't know if you remember, there was a fantastic show on Amir Khan's show, the Satyameva Jayate.
Yes.
Uh, when I saw that show, I knew I had to do something uh, in this regard. So two episodes really like captured my. All the episodes were fantastic, but two of them really got my attention. One was on waste management,
Uh,
the issue of garbage.
yes.
And the next episode, if I'm not wrong, just after that was on uh, organic farming, but the harmful effects of chemical farming and what other agroecological practices could be used to change that. And I think just something went off in my brain. So I wrote email to almost all the guests who came on that show.
Oh, how did you get their emails?
I found out. I
Oh,
started going, researching, put in the Google, went into their organization account, found their email addresses. I think I got only three or four email addresses. Many of them had come. Out of that, one person replied. His name was C. Srinivasan. Fantastic gentleman, amazing work he's doing on waste management. To my surprise, he replied back and he said, "Come, you work with me."
where?
I was like, what? I just sent one email. I did not ask you. I have not sent you my CV. You've not spoken to me yet. Straight away in the first email, he's saying, "Come, I have one project in Kota. Come and work with me."
Kota.
Kota. This was in Kota, Rajasthan. We had a bit of back and forth for almost a year and a half. I had
Okay.
called him to my college to give a lecture to the students there.
He came there?
He did come. He came to
Okay.
Calcutta to my college, Camellia Institute, and we had a fantastic. He is one of the best speakers you can get. And my goodness, his work ethic, no one
And
can compete
he
with.
is there in LinkedIn, his profile.
He's not so active in social media.
But however, I mean, we can find out the name
Sure.
and
Yes,
whereabouts.
his episode on Satyameva Jayate is a must watch.
Okay.
Type C Srinivasan Satyameva Jayate.
C. Srinivasan.
C Srinivasan Satyameva Jayate.
Okay.
He is like a fantastic orator, speaker, and he can hold an audience like anything. So I went to Kota. I had by that time it was my final year. I had got a job in Tech Mahindra,
Okay.
and my mom did not want me to do in all of these alternative careers and all these things. She
Okay.
was very worried that only son, what is going to happen? That to South Indian family, going to go and work in garbage. So not just mother, everyone in and
Everybody.
around,
Yeah. Why?
yeah,
Yes.
everyone was quite worried. See, the thing is, in Tamil, whenever somebody is not doing something good, we say "Yanna kuppa kotra."
Oh.
That is, what kind of garbage are you, collecting? So it was used as an insult,
Oh.
and that became my career. So I went,
Removing the garbage of the world.
yeah. So that then became my career, and that's what even Mr. Srinivasan said. See, you're saying you're doing engineer, and you want to work in garbage. That is the only qualification which is required. Your interest. That's all that is required, because who is going to come and work in garbage?
Yes.
And that was a very big motivator for me. So I spent around a year in Kota with the Kota municipality. Very interesting period of my life. My goodness, uh, it's I can't put this into word. I think we'll need a separate podcast just to talk about garbage in India.
Okay. Yes.
Garbage has every single social problem which India has. Garbage
Yes.
has environmental issues, gender issues, caste, very big caste issue. Every single social evil which you see, you can find some reflection in the garbage problem. And after working for a year or so in garbage, uh, I realized my inclination lies more towards the agriculture part of things. And it all started because we had created some 90 tons
Ah.
of compost with the local municipality there. And then the municipal commissioner asked me, he was a fantastic
Okay.
officer, Mr. Nakate. He asked me what to do with all this garbage. And I said, sir, you just look that way, I will get rid of it. He said, how will you get rid of it? So we started doing rooftop kitchen gardens in the societies in Kota. I had a kitchen garden in my home in Calcutta, but I had no experience doing all these big things. So we were supported by the Kota Club, then few other
Kitchen.
places came
Kitchen
to our
garden.
support, and they said, okay, you make,
Okay.
yeah, on the rooftop. So all the compost which we created, we put them onto
Okay.
pots, put them on the rooftops. That became like a side project. That's what got me curious to think about agriculture, and that's when I also googled how to do rooftop gardening and all these things. So that's when I came across this fantastic gentleman, not there anymore, but we can call him the father of natural farming. I came across this book called One
One
Straw
straw
Revolution.
revolution.
It was written by a Japanese gentleman by the name of
Okay.
Masanobu Fukuoka, who was a biotechnologist, worked with their customs department, left his job, became a farmer, and is perhaps the biggest name in natural farming in the world. Not there anymore, but I read his book, and again, that was one more life changing event for me. Uh, and what also happened was we keep joking about this. I found my wife amidst that
Oh.
garbage. So my wife was my colleague. She had come from Kokrajhar in Assam for that training, and we shared our common interests. We started talking. I spoke to her about physics, and she fell in love. So, boys and girls, whoever thinks physics is not an interesting subject, uh, yeah. So that was what happened in Kota, and then both of us wanted to get into agriculture. Uh, Once we were done, because again garbage is uh, See, the waste itself is not the problem, but the politics around
You-
it is much more
that
toxic
is
than the
actually the
waste
real
itself.
garbage. You cannot get rid of that.
Yes, yes. The it's it's
Yes.
on a different level. It doesn't matter. So, Mr. Modi created this
Okay.
Swachh Bharat program, and I thought I
Hmm.
have to get behind this. Whatever may be the political affiliation, this is
Yes.
something for the country,
Yes.
and everyone has to
Yes. Yes.
get on board on this message. And so that was the entire intention behind going forward, and it all felt like the timing, right? Watching that episode, the Swachh Bharat
After
program
that,
just
yes.
coming as I pass out. So it just felt okay, we have to attack this as a solution. But then, even if Mr. Modi goes to every streets and garret the garbage, if they let us say there are, we clone Mr. Modi, make 1 lakh copies, he will get shot if he actually tries to do something decent about it. That's how, and it is not political parties. Every single party does this. Garbage is how they make their money. And so changing the status quo was just too difficult. And I would not be, I mean, once our composting program was over, I started getting death threats and all of these things. And at that point, I knew, okay, I have to disengage from this because it just became way too difficult for me to manage. But yes, and then since then, we got around 2018, I did my permaculture design course with another phenomenal permaculture teacher, Mr. Narsanna Koppula. He's in Andhra. Amazing human being. He's like, he can write 20 books and that will still not be enough. Phenomenal
So he has
human being.
enough knowledge, I mean, vast knowledge on the
Yes.
subject.
Oh, yes. More than knowledge, he will fill you in with uh, he will fill you in with a love for nature and people.
And not only knowledge, I think
For him,
experiential knowledge.
experiential, experiential, and that's what no
Yes, inspirational
inspirational.
also. Yes.
Inspiring is the
Yes,
best way
yes.
to teach
A
anyone.
teacher
Then you
without
don't have to
inspiration
teach;
is
the
nothing.
person will learn on their. Yes, he was uh, he was fantastic. He was an amazing gentleman, and he had told me while we were doing the final discussion in that course that Vishak, one of my regrets has been I have not been able to work in
Oh,
Northeast, and he just mentioned it in passing. Uh, he just mentioned it in passing. It was quite surreal because just a week later, my wife's friend had contacted me from Nagaland, and they told we are doing permanent agriculture in Nagaland, and we want to help. We want to see how that can be taken forward. We want to create cooperatives and everything, and that's how we went into Nagaland. That was again a very big chapter of my
oh,
life.
that is very
So since then, permaculture has been the thing which I've been doing professionally, but also for my heart, also
that
for
is
my soul.
interesting. So I just remember one memory like in 2011, 2011. I studied about waste management, solid waste management, and uh, there is an international conference organized by the Mechanical Engineering Department, Jadavpur University. So it was maybe third or fourth conference in their series, and I submitted a paper. I presented oral presentation about solid waste management and where is the flaw. Like in a panel discussion, a big all many municipal corporation, their chairpersons came, like from Bangalore, Mumbai, Kolkata.
Yeah.
So I just opened one statement that they were saying that, oh, we have done a very good job. We have banned plastic, polythene. I told that you have done nothing. Have you done anything? I raised one question. Have you classified the garbages processing, like the combustible garbage and non-combustible? Have you done it? Yes
Yeah.
or no? Nobody could say yes. And the convener, I remember, he was just requesting, please,
Yeah.
please, means
Ah,
let them have because they,
don't
they
ruffle
did
feathers.
not do anything regarding the waste management. And all the food items are coming in polythenes only. So if they have not done that in the classification of waste management, then nothing is done.
So I'll just give you a small statistics. In Bangalore, 6,000 tons of municipal solid waste is generated. 1,100 tons is processed. What happens to 4,900 tons? Ram Bharose. And it's not just that, right? So this is why waste and agriculture are not
Yes.
separate topics. So half of India's municipal solid waste is organic in nature. This solid waste has to be segregated at your
Yes. From the
doorstep.
collection point.
If you don't, yeah,
Yes.
at your house, don't expect
Yeah.
that the
No,
waste
nothing. It
picker
is
will
not
separate
possible.
what is garbage. No,
Yes.
it is inhumane. It is
Yes.
inhumane to
Yes.
expect
Yes.
them to do that. It has
Yes.
to happen at your house. If it doesn't, then gone. There is very little
Yes,
you
I
can do after
remember
that.
that when I had been to Tokyo on a 2 years exchange scholarship program. So there, in the first week, they taught us how to live. So waste management.
Yeah,
So people were asking from this
yeah.
area of the countries that how do you then discard the oil and other things from the people from say other Asian countries. So one staff lady took a tissue paper and
Haha.
whether you rub it with tissue paper and then this has become a combustible garbage partially and somehow it is manageable but there are other things if it is more then you have to do it. So they are doing it from their home, you are right. So there are days where they collect non-combustible garbages Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and maybe other 3 days combustible garbages, and that is how they can actually collect and process.
So we had done a very interesting project in Kota. My boss at that time was Dr. Susan Raj. She was heading this own program. She came up with a phenomenal idea. So she used to conduct a one-day workshop for school children. Once the workshop was done, the school children they were told that depending on what the school says, weekly once, monthly twice, monthly once, get clean washed plastic from your homes. The amount of plastic which each student collects and brings and the quality of it will translate into their environmental studies
Oh,
subjects marks. That was supposed to be their project marks for their environmental studies subject. And even if one student doesn't bring it properly, then their
oh,
grades will drop. So it has to be a collective, peer collective network approach.
nobody should miss.
And yeah, and she got the like an MSME. There was an MSME association there in Kota. I think she's done it in many other states as well. She got the MSME to pledge that they will buy this. So the students will get money also from collecting all of this. So this was a very interesting uh, program which she did. I think she called it Sagar Mitra. This was called the Sagar Mitra because all plastics ultimately
Okay.
end up in the ocean. And this was a fantastic program. I think within a year we had collected around 70, 80 tons of plastic waste with the network of schools in Kota just alone. So the benefit of this being that in a very early age you are teaching children that this is what has to be done. Because I have zero hopes
Important.
for older people. I have given up. And by older people, I'm talking about people whose mentality is stuck. I will not do anything else. Right? It's not
Yes,
about
yes,
the age number. It's about whether you want to do experience new things or not. Or correct your mistakes, rectify your mistakes. So, and this is the only approach where this has to
yes,
be a nationwide program. Everyone, every school has to do this. That's the only way forward because without this is actually a big part of the waste management programs also. They have a component called IEC, Information, Education and Communication. I don't know what happens to that budget. It's set aside. It's a good between 8 to 10% or 5%, whatever, depending on the municipality. A big component is this. But If it were used more for these kind of programs, that would make a very big difference. There are very so actually this the thing about this is it is okay if a lot of us do this imperfectly than a very small amount of us doing this
Yes.
perfectly, which
Yes.
is what
Yes.
is happening right now. Same for agriculture as well, right? So because see all of this my food waste has
Yes.
gone to the dump yard, all the nutrition is trapped in the landfill, which is the size of a mountain. In fact, in many cities, you need clearance from Airport Authority of India to increase the height of these dump yards anymore
Yes.
because they
Yes.
have become
Very
like
high.
skyscrapers. And usually, you must notice that the airport and
Yes.
dump yard are close by because government
Yes.
could purchase land there.
Ah,
There was
yes.
a
With them.
large piece of land for airport, large piece
Yes.
of land for dump yard.
Yes.
Both are close to each other. It's in claim case in Bombay, same case in Calcutta, many states. In Delhi, you will see. Actually, this time I was going to Uttarakhand. On the way, I was seeing some hill.
Oh.
First, I thought it was a hill. Then, as I'm getting closer, through my AC, some bad
Oh
odor is coming.
God.
Then I asked, "What is this?" They said, "This is the
God.
Okhla dump yard." It looks like one of those extension of
The
the
smell is
hills.
coming through
It's
windows. Oh God.
yeah through the no through the
Okay.
AC. Everything is closed. So I put one N95 mask just to get through this. And it's the
Hmm.
same case everywhere, no? The pollution and that's what. See, if this organic waste was made into compost
Yes.
given to my farmer, then he
Yes.
doesn't have
Yes.
to use chemicals.
And the land also will be saved.
So all of the land will be saved, your dump yards will not be this polluted, you will not have to import
Yes.
urea
Yes.
from foreign countries. How big a component of Indian budget is
Fertilizers. Yes.
fertilizer subsidy? So and the energy which can be produced with this, let's
Yes.
say it
Yes.
makes
Yes. Many
biogas
things.
slurries, enriched,
Endless application.
all of these doesn't have to be
Hmm.
biogas, it can be a number of things. Now they're
Yes.
making hydrogen, so
Yes.
many products are coming out. That's in the large scale. In the smallest scale, in the village level,
Yes.
you can make compost, can be used back into the farm, or something we just want to burn it off. And what do we burn? We burn everything together.
Yes.
We
Yes.
don't have any scrubbers. We don't have any of the scrubbers which is required to filter the toxin. Even if it is there, somewhere someone might be doing well. For example, I know the Indore city is doing quite well. How well, I don't know. I am only seeing from the news reports. I have not
News
personally
reports.
gone and seen, but at least superficially, it is looking good,
Okay.
which has to happen all across the country. And well, uh, but it'll happen. We'll take small steps, and we'll get there eventually.
So it is a good thing. Just see the comments. Huh? If
Yeah,
anything, same pitch. Kapitira, I don't know why.
I feel she's talking about the Kuppakotter the dialogue, the
I
garbage
see.
collecting dialogue of my mother. Maybe her mother also scolded her in a similar manner.
Okay, okay. I mean, at that time, agreed.
Yeah.
Yes, same pitch. So, Vishak and I were mechanical engineering students at the same college. Okay. Oh, your classmate, batchmate,
Yes. Yes.
Pradyumna Ghosh. Thanks, Pradyumna.
Thank you.
Vishak, your junior from school days. Great seeing you doing something non-conventional, inspiring.
Mriganko also very notorious uh, junior of mine. He's become a big scientist now.
Is it? Where?
Yes, yes.
Where?
I don't remember.
We'll
I've not
find out.
been in touch
Find
with
out.
him for some
I'll
time,
find out. Yes, I'll
but
find out.
he's a very good boy. Notorious fellow, but very good boy.
Okay. So this is my tagging has not come. Okay. So please continue, and if you wish to share your presentation,
Yes.
we'll do that. Yes.
So,
Shall I put that or you put that? Yes.
just to talk about permaculture and how it can impact communities, right? Uh, so before we go into that, why do we need these alternative systems, especially with the food? Uh, because food systems in not just in India but across the world they are failing. Just to give you some data, India is the second largest appliers of fertilizer per acre per hectare. However, I think we are just behind China in terms of fertilizer application per acre. However, while our fertilizer application is the highest, the nutrition in our food between 1960s to 2020 has dropped by 17 to 60%. The crop yield has gone up, the nutrient has come down. Now, we apply 61,000 tons of pesticides annually. Only 0.1 percentage of that pesticides actually reaches the target insects. Where does the remaining 99.9% go? In our food, it's in our waterways, it's in our soil, depleting it endlessly. And so, what you see is that 30% of India's land is experiencing degradation due to fertilizer consumption. And this was a statement which was given by our current agriculture minister. Now, what I see this is a crisis of disconnection. So, as we are developing, we don't know where our food has come from. We don't know where our water has come from. Uh, we don't know where we have come from. For example, at this point of time, I don't know who am I. Am I Tamil? Am I Bengali? Am I Kannadiga? Am I Naga? I can roughly say with confidence that I'm an Indian. Earlier, people knew, right, that yes, I am from this. This is my identity. Now, even you can't confidently say that because we are, in one way, it's a good thing we are global citizens, but in another way, it also disconnects us from our roots. And we are over dependent on everything, on centralized systems, energy, waste, healthcare, and most importantly, we are extremely isolated despite being global citizens. We are extremely isolated in our urban life. There's an extraordinary amount of stress. You are in traffic all the time, driving you crazy, and it's brought in a sense of fragility, health wise, mental health wise, environmentally, whichever paradigm we see. At any time, something might collapse. So, this is why we need something like permaculture. Permaculture is basically permanence in agriculture, but more importantly, permanence in culture. Just to give you an example, if I buy a chips packet, I eat it, I throw it out. Do you think that can happen endlessly? Do you think that will breed permanence in a culture? So, if at all we just thought that whatever activities we perform, can it be done by humanity together and still we live for the next 1,000 years? 1,000 years, not more. Let's not think more than that. And if the answer is no, probably we shouldn't be doing it. Most important thing of permaculture is there are three ethics of permaculture. This is the heart of permaculture. For any system to be permanent, you need earth care, people care, and fair share. If earth is not taken care of, that's it. There is no second planet. What we usually forget, and especially what we forget in the agroecological circuits, farming, and all of these things, is we forget the people. So you can't care for the environment without caring for the people. How do you do this? What is the vehicle for doing earth care and people care? Fair share.
Just a minute, Vishak.
Yes.
At the bottom of the screen,
Yeah.
there is a studio. Hide it. Okay. Yes. Thank
Sure.
you.
So what is the method of caring for both the earth and caring for people? Redistributing the surplus equitably. Everyone should get their equal share. And this is what attracts me the most to permaculture, because this answers most of the problems, at least in my life. And this has been my ethical go to. If anything I'm doing is not earth care, then probably I am in the wrong. If it's not people care, I'm in the wrong. And most importantly, without fair share, no systems will work. So, just to take you through the work which we have been doing, uh, we did a lot of our projects in, as I mentioned earlier, we did a lot of our projects in Nagaland. This was, we started going there from 2018. Nagaland is a very interesting place. It's in the Indo-Burma biodiversity hotspot. There are six ecoregions within the biodiversity hotspot, which grows all the way from northeast in Burma, Thailand, in all of these regions. Now, what is very interesting is Nagaland has only about 20 lakh people as per the last survey. Now, maybe it's little more. There are 17 tribes and maybe more than 100 languages.
70 tribes.
17, 1 7.
One
17
seven. One seven.
major recognized tribes. Maybe there are more unrecognized tribes.
Okay.
And speak, in my opinion, they speak more than 100 languages, because,
100 languages. I mean,
yeah,
dialects
there
are
are,
so different.
no, not dialect. It's a language.
Oh,
It's a language, it's a culture, it's a separate, uh, almost every tribe has its own distinct religion, although now they are all mostly Christians. But even within that, you can see they have their traditional festivals. Their the clothes they wear is different, the food they eat is different, the festivals they separate is different, the language they speak is very different. There is like, it's as similar as Tamil and Bengali, for that matter.
oh, oh.
So you can imagine that's how unintelligible it is. It's a phenomenally biodiverse place. So it's the house of the great hornbill, uh, and of course the rhododendrons, and of course, but generally speaking, extremely biodiverse. They mostly practice slash and burn cultivation. So let's say a farmer will have, or it's mostly controlled by the village authorities. So the entire village will farm communally. The village authority will allocate pieces of farms to each of the families there. And this has been happening for many generations. So let's say there are 10 mountains within the 10 hills within the village. Each year, the farmer will farm one hill. So they'll finish farming here, then they'll move to the next patch, come back after 10 years. By that time, it has again reforested. Roughly, earlier it used to be between 10 and 15 years. Now, because of land pressure, this has been cut down to maybe 5 years. Some cases, in the severe cases, it's around 3 years. Uh, the very interesting thing is in Nagaland, 90% of their land is forest. Out of that, or maybe more also, and out of that 90% of forested land, 95% is privately owned. These are not government forest, mind you. These are completely individual and communally owned forests, and government maybe just has 5% share of forests in their entire distribution. So all of this is taken care of by the people. Now the thing is, we are having a lot of issues, and these issues span all across the world, of course, but specifically in the project area which we used to work with, which was in Tuensang, easternmost part of Nagaland. Climate change has been very difficult, and now as the shifting cultivation timelines are reducing, that is, you have to come back to your farm faster instead of 10 years, 7, 8, 5 years. So the topsoil loss is much more rapid. A lot of deforestation is happening, but deforestation is not happening because of June cultivation, at least according to my personal opinion and whatever data I've seen from my field experience. Most of the deforestation is happening for conventional monoculture plantations. And currently, the big culprit right now is oil palm cultivation, where entire swaths of land will get cut down and one crop will be there everywhere. Uh, just to give you why I'm saying monoculture, monoculture is planting one crop, polyculture is planting multiple crops. In that traditional farming system, we have documented that the Nagas in the same farm plant to the maximum. We have counted 60 crops in one farm.
60, 60.
60 crops in one farm. And just imagine the biodiversity between that and planting one crop as far as the horizon, as far as your eyes can see. And now, because 90% again of their population, 90-95% of the population is engaged in farming, the farming systems are not working as well, or aspirationally they've got different value sets now, because they're not again getting rooted in their uh, lot of the traditional knowledge. So this has resulted in a lot of urban migration, because I can see this very clearly here in Bangalore. Uh, I think within a 2-3 kilometer radius, I know at least 30 to 40 Nagas here. They're working in, some are doing good jobs, but most of them are working in some low paying job instead of, uh, because they don't have much opportunities in their own place. And one more critical issue is hunting for food and leisure.
Mhm.
Uh, because most of these lands are community controlled, hunting is quite prevalent. And while it is a very strong cultural practices, but it has breached a certain carrying capacity. So lot of the species which were there earlier are not there, because we documented that in the villages I used to work, tiger became locally extinct in the 1970s. Leopards became extinct in the between 1980 1990, and then a lot of other critically endangered species like pangolins. Uh, lot of these important species were hunted, and then finally these Chinese came in and they wanted to sell them for poaching and all of these things. And all of these are interconnected. Somehow, when one thing happens, the other thing follows. This is from our own experience. So this is the village Agamba. This is in Tuensang district. Uh, the picture onto your top left and top right are about 1 year apart. To your top left, you see a rice paddy. This was in the month of August, not even 1 month, 1 year apart, just around 7 or 8 months apart. This was in August. Beautiful, lush paddy fields, fantastic scenery. In March of the next year, which is supposed to be a, not even March, I think it was February of the next year, which is supposed to be a dry month, should not experience heavy rainfall. There was a flash flood which just wiped out their rice terraces. So you can see the whole rice terrace is gone. In fact, what you see is just clay deposit. Below that, it's just rocks. And below, this is from Mon district, one of our project villages which we had worked on. You can see the size of the hailstone. Houses were broken when this hail happened. They were all tin roofed house. At least 20 families within that village lost their roofs because
Okay.
of the size of these hailstones. And you can see the crops are totally devastated. So not just northeast, but this entire Himalayan belt is critically endangered because of climate change. Things are changing fast. You don't know seasonal cycles, summer, winter, rainy season. It can happen at any time. So again, one more interesting fact: in this village of Angamba, no one even remembers. Even I have seen 80, 90 year olds there. They don't. They have never seen snowfall in their village ever. But in the year 2022, there was snowfall.
Oh,
So you can see how erratic, I won't call it climate change, I call it climate catastrophe,
yes.
which they are facing right now.
Snowfall stopped.
Yeah, no, there was no snowfall. They have never recorded a snowfall. But in 2022, there was snowfall.
There was. Okay.
Yeah. So you can see that it's like from one
Came back.
end, like you can't believe, I mean, all these erratic events happening and you can't account for it. How, when do you plant your crop? Actually, this had just happened. So in the month of April, they planting the rice paddy. Now 40 acres of land is gone. Where do you plant your rice paddy? What will you eat? Where will that food come from? Forget about selling. What do you consume yourself?
Yes, yes,
Or do you rely on public distribution system? But again, this is Nagaland, so the truck might fall
yes,
because the roads are fantastic.
yes.
So if that week the PDS has not come, what do you eat?
Hmm.
These are problems which we don't face in the rest of the country, but even now there are such areas where uh, any of these events can become extremely life threatening. And this is where the fragility comes in. So again, talking about monoculture, one more initiative of the governments, not just there in many of the northeast state, was planting large cardamom as a cash crop. Uh, Now, typically large cardamom is planted below a layer of other trees, but here what happened was people just planted them. Training was not given properly and all. They just planted entire hills full of large cardamom. So they were not cultivating that farm for growing their food. It became a cash crop. In the year between 2019 to 2024, there was a virus. There were two viruses actually, Chirki and Furki. These viruses affected the plant. It was a monoculture, so they spread very fast. And within a span of 5 years, production in the village, again, which I showed you the photo of, the production drops from 45 tons to 3 tons. And
45
this
to
is
3.
3.
Drastic drop. Yes.
And this year it is even lower. So you just
150.
imagine all the people went for a cash crop, all the people in the village, without exception, went for the cash crop. Cash crop failed. What will they do for their livelihood? So our vision when we were working there was to create this mosaic of ecosystem and communities where thriving ecosystem and communities work together, biodiversity coexists with the livelihood of people. Because if you think about it, if biodiversity was there in these farms, then the virus would not have been able to affect all of the farms at once.
Yes.
So biodiversity is a critical element of not just livelihoods, but now research says a lot of diseases are getting introduced to us because the forests are being cut down.
Hmm.
And I know from my experience in one of the villages, I'll talk about that example a little later. Uh, so this is the place where we worked in. This was in 2020. We
Okay.
had this was a place called House of Hope. This is a primary health center in again in Tuensam. This is run by a NGO called Eleutheros Christian Society, and we went there to volunteer. This was COVID. uh, we were trying to leave Nagaland, but before leaving, we wanted to uh, volunteer with this fantastic NGO. This is one of the most awarded primary health centers in probably the country. And in fact, this primary health center is completely run by the community. So initially, somebody came, contributed bricks, somebody came, contributed the rice for the people to eat. Somebody made the shed, somebody gave physical labor, some gave money, someone got a chicken and built a small shed which could act as a, just as a small primary health center. Uh, this was created by Reverend Chingmak. He's a pastor, and he started this initiative with the people because healthcare was not there, and people came together, and it was a very inspiring story for us. So we told them that if you don't mind, we would like to make a kitchen garden for your patients and all these people who come there. And so this was the plot which we got as a kitchen garden there. If you look at it, there's nothing there. It just looks like the soil has been tilled. But actually, earlier there was a sapling nursery here.
Yeah, just a moment.
Yeah,
Why the name Kitchen Garden?
this was just about 8,000 square feet or so. So the patients and the doctors who are there, nurses who are there, this was created for them. So it's very
No,
small
why it is kitchen? Kitchen.
for the kitchen. The
Oh, for
garden
the
was,
kitchen means for the
yeah,
preparing food. Okay.
food. Yes, the
Okay.
garden was for your kitchen, not
Okay.
for just
Uh,
aesthetics.
okay.
So we created this, and this was completely covered in plastic. This was
Okay.
like we had to dig up 1 feet, take out all the plastics before we started even planting, and
Oh.
nothing was growing here because I mean the plant roots could not spread anywhere. There was no nutrition. So
Oh.
we built the soil from scratch. What you're looking at is the design of that place. This is how we designed it. We got the
Okay.
local youth involved. They also, if you see in the bottom, there are some cartoonish figures. So
Okay.
came up with these designs. Uh, so on the top is the water tank. Uh, from the local spring, around 1 lakh liter of water was getting wasted from there. So we thought, okay, let us use this wastewater, not wastewater, just overflow from the water tank, which was around a lakh of a liter per day during the rainy season. And we just circulated that through the entire farm with multiple systems present within that. So this is how it started looking. This is just in August, September of that year. Lot of bamboo work from the.
After how many months?
This is just in 1 month.
1 month.
Yeah. So this was the land earlier,
Hmm.
and this is when we just started. And here you can see the garden is starting to come up.
Change.
Yes, and here you go.
Oh, beautiful.
So this was the kitchen garden. This is my beautiful wife,
Yes.
and you can see the size of that radish
Yes.
on a land where nothing was growing.
Nothing was growing.
And do you see this? Does it look like a farm to you, or does it look more like a forest?
Hmm.
How many species do you see here?
Forest like farm. Natural farm.
So we never sprayed any chemicals on this. Never. Not even organic, not even like neem oil and organic sprays, nothing. This was entirely taken care of by the biodiversity.
Okay.
So if you have biodiversity, see how healthy the plants look.
Okay.
And this is all the crops which we were getting there, eating like kings. You can see
Yes.
all the lettuce in the world, bok choy,
Yes.
all the exotic greens. And something very interesting happened. Why we had when we had made this kitchen garden, we had observed something. People were mostly growing cash crops, and they had actually stopped cultivating food for themselves, or it had actually drastically reduced. And so once I remember this was during the peak COVID, the villagers there would only eat dal, rice, potato.
Okay.
That's it. That's their entire diet for a period of 2 months. And we this was the only place which had fresh vegetables on demand. So all of them, this was around the second wave of COVID. A lot of them from the village, when they had come to the primary health centers, they saw this, they got mesmerized, and the women self-help groups from there, they just randomly came and started seeing, what are you guys doing, how is this, how are you growing all these things. A lot of these crops were new to them, and this was completely out of the season. So in permaculture, we try to use natural forces. We try to see the angle of the sun, which direction the wind is coming, and we try to grow a lot of things, push the seasons a little bit as much as possible, playing around with the heat, the shade. So if you want colder climate, you plant something under the shade. If you want heat, then you plant towards the south so that the sun is more stronger there. So we use a lot of these microclimate effects to get these interactions there. So while this was happening, the NGO there, ECS, you can see my boss there in the blue T-shirt, is Chongshen,
Oh.
and
Oh.
is the gentleman who's standing up.
Okay.
So he told us we have a project in Mon district. It's supposed to be around 200 farmers. Can you go and work in that village? And we had just gone there for volunteering. Volunteering for 15 days became the kitchen garden implementation for almost 1.5, 2 months. From 2 months, then they said, you come and work in this village. So our entire duration then became around 1.5, close to 2 years. So we went to this village, a very, very remote village, very poor access to water. Uh, I remember I had to climb up a mountain to get internet and electricity. So
Oh.
every week I used to trek for around 45 minutes one way. Uh, doesn't look too much, but that 45 minutes was on a full 45-degree slope. So you can only walk up
Steep.
and come down. And
Hmm.
after you reach the village, it is possible that internet is not there, electricity is not there. So then again, I used to come back with my devices. So that was, I used to joke with him saying that you are not paying me to work, you are paying me to walk.
Oh.
So this is how we started mobilizing the people there. This was the Tribal Development Fund. There's something called Wadi project, which the NABARD does. Fantastic project. NABARD has been doing this with tribal farmers all across the country. In this, what they do is for every tribal farmer, they fund 1 acre of orchard plantation, fruit tree plantation. And so we started going in there, working with the people there, conducting trainings on the field, because as I said, there is no projector, classroom, nothing. So my wife and I literally used to carry that whiteboard which you see behind us on our head
Yes.
and
Yes.
go to their field on the farm and conduct the farmer trainings. So we came up with this interesting design for the farmers, like a template, where it's a very biodiverse mix. You can see this was predominantly a lychee. There was lychee, there were oranges, bananas, and papayas.
Okay.
Uh, and then there is a windbreak, because to prevent the strong wind from blowing into the farm. Then we have water harvesting structures and all of these things. Just to give you a small example, why a permaculture farm is different. So we plant guilds. A guild is basically a group of, I mean, in permaculture terms, it's a group of mutually beneficial plants. There will be a fruit tree, which is, of course, giving you the income. All the names are, by the way, written in the Cognac language. So that's why you might not understand.
Okay.
Nawai is a word in Cognac, and
Okay.
Liman is another word in Cognac.
Okay.
Uh, so you plant flowers to attract beneficial insects, pollinators. The mulberry, we had noticed that one farmer, he had a strawberry farm, and he was getting attacked by the birds all the time. But he had noticed that when he plants mulberry in the farm, the birds come and eat the mulberries, don't attack the fruit trees anymore.
Oh,
So then with every lychee tree, we planted one mulberry. So that
very
as long
very
as,
civilized birds.
yeah. No, see, birds have very small beaks. They don't want to eat a big fruit. They would
Yes.
prefer eating berries.
Yes.
But when berries are not available, they'll eat the big fruit.
Yes.
So for the duration when mulberry is fruiting, you can avoid the fruits getting impacted by this. And then there was lemongrass and citronella for the smell. One of the mistakes which we did was planting trithonia. We should not have planted that. Uh, uh, that's a much bigger topic. We'll discuss that separately. But this
Okay.
was locally growing there. We were not aware at that point of time that this was a invasive species.
Okay.
Uh, but we should not have done it. But I didn't want to edit it just because I want to show myself in a good way. So we did commit some mistakes also. And then you can see we have planted in a half moon. I'll discuss the half moon later. So then there is a nitrogen fixer tree also present along with it. So here you can see how we are our farmers there. So this is how we tracked every farmer. We used to go take photographs so that we could, so
Have a report sort of thing.
reporting back to the organization. And a lot of the nursery we did on our own. So you can see the women self-help groups from the village. We employed them to make nurturing from the sapling, because why should I import saplings from outside
Yes. Yes.
if it can create some local employment? Not all the saplings, but close to around 40-50% of the saplings we try to create local nurseries there itself. So permaculture is not just about planting trees. How can I get the community involved? And Nagaland is also a lot of patriarchy. I mean, of course, everywhere is patriarchy, but the Naga society is particularly patriarchal in nature. So if we can give some income directly to the women, that is game changing for any kind of developmental work. And then this is how we started creating compost with their pig manure and local leaves and everything, because I can't get fertilizer from outside. I mean, even if I want to do chemical fertilizers, the transport cost, the cost of the fertilizer is so high that it is completely unviable to farm with fertilizers. So with their local produce, we started doing with their local whatever greens they have, the weeds which are growing in their farm, we started using that for creating their compost. And so this is, you can see how we do the land shaping. So these are this is how the half moon terrace. So when the rain falls, it will get caught in this trench, and then slowly it will go to the next. So we are trying to arrest erosion. We are trying to arrest the excessive damage because of the rainfall. Slowly let the rain percolate through the landscape so that we don't have landslides and all these things. This should only be done on moderate slopes, not on the heavy slopes. Only below the slopes of 30%, we started doing these interventions. And you can see how the water is getting capped. So you can't spend money for drip irrigation here, right? There is farmers there. We need to use as simple country methods as possible. So here you can see how we've planted the lychee, mulberry, and the lemongrass, and then water is automatically getting accumulated. And then slowly over the year, it will hydrate your soil, hydrate your landscape, uh, help you through. Again, here you see this was a traditional practice. The Nagas always put wooden bunds to prevent the slope on steep slopes to prevent the soil from eroding. So here you can see how the farmers have put in all those wooden bunds. Magyu is in Santam language. Other language, every language has a different word for it. They make it with bamboo or the some of the old trees which have been felled from there. And this was one more innovation: the bamboo pipe drip irrigation.
Oh,
So during the winter months, it can get very dry, very dry. And between December and March, in fact, the project village which we are working on in Wanching in Mon, this village was so dry that people had to walk 3-4 kilometers to carry water because all the springs would run dry, and some would just go and stay in the forest because there is not enough water in the village. So it's same for the landscape as well. It's such a steep landscape, doesn't rain at this time, and it just all rushes out. So what we did was we put these bamboo pipes into the soil, and especially during the dry months, just pouring 1 mug of water into this, and you can ensure that the plant survives.
oh, fantastic
So this was again all country innovations,
technique.
local
Yes.
practices.
So how many say foot apart these bamboo pipes are put?
So every plant, so just next to each plant, we put this bamboo pipe
Oh,
in.
I see.
Actually, this gentleman in this photo has put it very close. You want to at least space it out maybe 1 feet away from the plant.
Okay.
But yeah, it just has to irrigate the root zone directly. So at least
And
make it
how
2 feet deep.
long it is that
Uh,
bamboo?
it has to be 2 feet deep inside the soil. Above doesn't matter. Uh, so the around 2 feet is good around the root zone. Basically, you want to irrigate around the root zone.
Okay.
2 feet, 3 feet would be better, but here very difficult to dig under 3 feet. You can see how many rocks have come up
Hmm.
when the when we were trying to do all this work. So digging to 3 feet is a very challenging thing. But if it can go through 3 feet, it's better. And here you can see. So what has happened here is behind them. Can you guess what is this crop?
No.
This is rice,
Oh, bigger one. Oh,
the taller, the grass which
taller
is
one.
behind them. That
Yes,
is
yes, taller.
rice.
Yes.
So the rice here is not grown just in paddies. They grow it in the hill slopes also.
Okay.
Contrary to public imagination, rice does not require water. Rice
Less
requires
water. Rice
moisture.
requires less water.
Rice requires moisture. Rice is water
Moisture.
tolerant. Rice does not particularly require flooding.
Yes, it is affected by too much of water. Yes.
And the varieties, the native varieties of seeds can use much less water than the hybrid varieties of seeds,
Oh,
which they have been cultivating there for generations. So
oh,
these are all upland paddy varieties. I mean, I
okay.
shouldn't call it paddy. I should call it rice
Rice.
because there is no paddies here.
Okay.
And here you can see as a short-term intercrop, all these crops, because fruit trees will take so much time to grow, right? So what do you do in between the trees? So you can see someone has grown corn, someone has grown mustard, cabbages, and all of these become the short-term crop until the trees become 3, 4, 5 years old. And yeah, you can see the trees have started growing. Just look at the amount of biodiversity here. What is you are seeing on the ground? This is uh, this is like a rajma, right? So rajma is fixing nitrogen into the soil. You don't need fertilizer, and the tree is growing just there. And this is just last year. One of the farmers had sent me these photos. So
Okay.
these oranges have start coming. You can see the date also somewhere here. 2024 9th September.
Okay.
September 7th, I think something. So you can
Okay.
start seeing that the fruits are coming very well. This is just a 4 year old fruit tree.
Oh,
Not given any chemical fertilizers, not given any pesticide. Just look how healthy these trees are.
ah,
And across Northeast, every single orange and lemon plantation has either a nematode infection or some pest issues or something. Just look how healthy they look.
okay.
So now This is what I wanted to tell people, that in you might not have a farm, right? But can you get reconnected to your food? Do you have a rooftop? Can you cultivate something on your rooftops? Because I mean, within one terrace, not just you. In fact, I think, yeah, this is my home garden. My 80, 88-year-old grandfather's garden, and you can see
Where it is?
all the
No,
fruit.
where it is?
It's in Calcutta.
Okay.
This is in
In which
Calcutta.
area? Which area?
Uh, this is Thakurpukur,
Oh,
Haridevpur. That
yes, yes.
so Thakurpukur, and
88 years old
yeah,
land. Oh,
this is no 80 years old grandfather. This is
80.
how he's farming on our rooftop. You can see every
Okay.
single vegetable which we need is there
Oh,
to the right side.
okay.
Now, if you cannot plant that also, can you grow microgreens? At least get some
Microgreen.
connection back with your food,
Yes.
right? Because this can happen on a community level, but can you grow something in your house? And why I'm suggesting this is because multiple studies show that if we work with soils, right? If we work with make good soil, work with plants every day, just little bit of gardening, it can drastically reduce our stress levels. It can improve your immunity. Uh, it can boost our health in multiple ways. And also, it's very very important to regulate our mental health. Humans were not built to see so much concrete around us. Humans were supposed to be in the forest. We were supposed to be in the grasslands.
Yes.
The green color is what we were supposed to see. So if
Yes.
you can't do anything else, is this at least something which you can do at your level?
Yes.
Because now, why I'm saying this, do this and not just eat yourself, but share it with your neighbors.
Yes. Yes.
Because don't just have that rooftop garden for yourself. See, now, most of the cities, we don't know who our neighbor is.
Yes.
This can be something which you share. See, every time I get something from one of the farms I work on, we
Yes.
distribute it to all the, I mean, not just distribute, some I sell also to all our neighbors, right? The farmer is getting benefited. You are getting to eat healthy organic food. During COVID, I remember my grandfather had ended up growing around 30 kgs of tomatoes on the rooftop. So he can't eat 30 kgs of tomato. That's just a 700 square feet rooftop.
So much of tomato on the
So
rooftop.
30 kgs of tomatoes, what do you do with it? You will
Yes.
share it with among everyone.
Yes.
And that bonding, so you grow tomatoes, someone grows something, that sharing, that bonding, it is immeasurable. It's not just the food, it is all of these other factors which come into it. And again, for some of us who might think a bit, uh, oh, I don't know how to, grow a plant. What happens? How do I plant it? This is my golden ratio for any potting. Take one third of dry organic matter, take one third of any compost, doesn't matter, cow compost, or if you are willing to spend some more money, get some vermicompost, and one third soil. One third dry organic matter, one third compost, one third soil. Put it in a crop pot, everything will grow. It needs little bit of sunlight, just make sure you have adequate sunlight. And whatever you plant will grow, it will require very little watering and it will grow fantastically. This is all you need to do.
Yes. Now here one point. Now how to also save the roof, because this should not actually make any
Yeah,
harm to the roof.
we have done in Bangla we call it jol dhalai.
Hmm.
Long back. That is the only thing which is taking care of it. I've
Okay.
not had much issues with the rooftop. You can put always in pots, that should not affect. There are many solutions now which have come out for it. Some people might put a sheeting underneath and all of these things. But in my opinion, I mean, just a good water sealing on the terrace should take care most of these problems. If the water sealing is adequate, it should take care of it. But if there are old decrepit buildings, maybe you might have to take a look at it. But any modern building which has a good water sealing, that should take care of most of these problems. And how do I get compost? I don't know where to get compost also. Very, very simple and easy thing. One part of your kitchen waste. and 2 parts of dry organic matter. What is dry organic matter? Leaves which have fallen down, paper, cocoa peat, sawdust, basically any plant matter which was once living and now is dead. You can take that 1 part of kitchen waste, 2 parts of organic matter, fill it up, keep filling it up every day. You keep adding 1 handful of food waste, 2 handful of organic matter. Some days maybe your dal has spoiled, it's very soggy. What do? Add 2 more handfuls of organic matter so that it soaks up all the waste like a sponge. Leave it for 45, 50 days, 60 days. You will have fantastic compost. You will have all round fertility for your plants ever. You never have to purchase anything from outside. You don't need to buy a fertilizer, you don't need to buy anything. Most importantly, as you saw in the photos earlier, plant everything together. Don't plant just tomatoes, just pumpkin, just cucumber, whatever. Mix everything. Multiple colors, multiple flowers, different smells. That will take care of most of your insect problems. You can manage.
Just Vishak, just 1 second.
Yeah,
Uh, Before you continue, let us just see the comments who just joined and helped us, supported us. Okay, initially Deepak joined, and then you recognize that Kapitira's appreciating your point while, like, in the family, when you are after working with garbage. And then your friend Pradumno Ghosh, Mriganko Chakraborty, Kapitira, yes, acknowledged. And somebody from YouTube, SR Film Scraps, hello. Okay, why? I don't know. Maybe they want to get recognition. Hello. Okay, Jan Deshmukh inspiring as usual. Vishak. Thank you, Jan. Definitely don't need a farm to connect. What a revelation with that picture of your grandfather's rooftop. Yes, I'm also very impressed. Ah, Deepak showed that the lovely lady in the photo is Fulmoni, Vishak's wife. Arunayam. I'm going to Aranya.
very nice.
Yes. And Deepak replied, Arunayam, do you mean forest or Aranya agricultural alternatives to do your permaculture design course? Okay, Aruna, very informative. Thank you. Okay, so please continue.
Yeah, so why I am saying growing this is so important is that as we had discussed earlier, we have a massive problem coming up in the form of microplastics and nanoplastics, which
Yes,
has now gone into our bloodstream.
yes.
And as of February this year, I read a research paper which said it has even surpassed the blood brain barrier. So, microplastics and especially nanoplastics have now gone into our brain. And it's causing massive problems everywhere, especially with reproductive health with the women. Even male reproductive health is severely got impacted because of this globally, and we're seeing a lot of problems because of that. But then I just saw a study which said there's something called anthocyanins. This is the coloring chemicals in food. This is what makes food colorful. It gives the red color to the tomato, or the blue color to the grapes, so on and so forth. These coloring compounds, anthocyanins, they have been shown in preliminary studies to block these microplastics and nanoplastics from entering into the remaining parts of your bloodstreams. So this is why I'm again wanting to reiterate all of these problems are connected: waste, food, lifestyle, diseases, community. They are extremely interlinked. And so this is very vital that you start taking some kind of agency over your food, so that you can take back your health from the hands of the powers that be. And also for uh, this forest exposure as an antidote, this has come up as a concept. Multiple studies are showing that forest exposure to green spaces drastically reduces your cortisol levels, which is the stress hormones. At the same time, if you have greenery in your office spaces, workspace productivity might increase as much by 15% just by planting something in your office space. Now, don't plant those plastic pots. Plant something actually useful. Uh, so, coming to that, if you are new to this, if you don't know what to plant, where to plant, these are the list of plants which are fantastic for indoor air purification. It's mostly for the urban people who are watching here. This can drastically reduce indoor air pollution. Uh, all of these plants will grow in most places. They take very little maintenance. Most of these plants will grow very well, very, very beneficial for your health, because, again, the pollution levels which we are facing is out of the charts. It is beyond hazardous. It's uh, it's a human right violation, in my opinion. I was reading somewhere that during the winter season, every child in Delhi is inhaling enough smoke equivalent to 40 cigarettes a day.
God. Huh.
Not just children, all the adults are also.
Everybody. Yes.
But just imagine a newborn infant smoking 40 cigarettes a day.
Yes. Yes. The effect is very high.
So this is a human rights violation, and you have to take some kind of control back into your life. Now,
Yes.
someone
Yes.
might ask how many plants, as many as you can handle, because
Yes.
uh, let's not get too far ahead of yourself. You do one, do two, do 10, and then if you get interest, you do 100 also, doesn't matter. As many as you can handle, as many as you can keep alive. The best thing about these plants is very difficult to kill these plants. They
Oh.
will survive. If you don't water, if there
Mhm.
is nothing, no fertility, nothing, they will still survive and
Yes.
do their job very well.
Yes.
Uh, if someone is doing plantation in and around your area, you have been associated with some the roadside plantation initiatives or something like that. There is a park where you can plant some trees. These are all native trees, and they have shown a very high degree of air pollution tolerance index. And the plants which are tolerant to air pollution also help you mitigate that air pollution. So all of these trees grow almost in every part of India, except for some, uh, for some kind of exceptions are there here and there, but they grow almost in every part of India. Is the peepal tree, banyan tree, sisu, neem, amaltas. All of these plants are very common. If you have the opportunity, you can grow them. My grandfather grows a mango tree on a pot on top of the house. He grows a
Oh.
mango tree, a guava tree, an avocado. Lot of these trees only he grows on rooftop pots. So I will not take excuse that I don't have land, I don't have plants
Yes.
to
Yes.
plant. I mean, if you want to make excuse, please feel free. But
Yes. Yes.
it is possible. It
Yes.
is possible. You can't. In fact, in my balcony, I have a bonsai people tree as well. Small,
Oh.
maybe
Yes.
it won't.
Yes.
It won't counteract air pollution, but still, there's a lot of things which are possible in the if you set your mind to it. So I think I'll leave us on this note. This is the probably the last, the second last slide. There are some behaviors which we can do which can help us shift our carbon emissions. The best thing which you can do is not use cars. The best thing which you can do is cut down to, I mean, come back to public transport if possible. Very difficult, but you can cut down 30% of your emissions with shifting to car. Whereas what I talked about, all these growing plants, composting at home, that probably does only around 5% of carbon footprint emission. So don't be in the fool's paradise that, oh, no, no, I'm growing some trees in my house. I'm cutting down on my carbon footprint. I'm eating organic vegetables. The consumption in the world has to be on par with what the carrying capacity of this planet is. Some of the biggest is utilizing a car, taking flights. If you can decrease flights, that's fantastic. Even putting a solar into your house actually comes third or fourth into a list. So completely shifting to renewable energy might cut down around 15 to 17% of your carbon footprint. But the biggest shift you can do is using public transport. So don't think that even if you're not cultivating a plant, you can still not do anything. If you're taking a metro, if you're taking a bus, if you're taking, not so sure about auto, I'll come back to you on that. But just by using public transport, you are really helping the planet. So there are so many things which you can do. Don't use the plastic. Don't carry a cloth bag when you're going to a shop. These small changes can make a very big impact, and they will change all of our lives for the better. So as this Chinese proverbs grow, very cliched, but I really like this. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. Second best time is now.
Now, yes, fantastic, fantastic,
So
Vishak. So I cannot actually just say thank you to you. Is a eye opener. Means I knew the word permaculture. I have read few, you can say, short articles and one or two short videos. But when I connected with you on LinkedIn and I saw that permaculture practitioner, so I thought that I should talk to you and request you to have this uh, discussion. Even say one or two or five guys just commented inspirational comments because it will be recorded on LinkedIn
yeah.
and also on YouTube. So hopefully it can be seen by other people uh, other time also, and it will remain as long as say LinkedIn and YouTube businesses are uh, running. And of course it will be good if you if we can see this type of presentations or short episodes on prime television channels like say the national Doordarshan, national television, Doordarshan, and I hope they do it. But the private channels, they very rarely will do this because they won't get advertisement. Their advertisement from the fertilizer companies and other companies will
So I
come
would
down.
I would suggest to people, there is a fantastic Tamil movie, but you might find subtitles. There's a fantastic movie called Kadaisi Vevasai, which
Okay.
translates to the last farmer.
Oh,
Right? It is a fantastic movie. Anyone has the time, please watch. There's a lot of things on YouTube. Even the work which the Pani Foundation, which was the offshoot of Satyameva Jayate, they've done phenomenal work in Maharashtra. It's one of the biggest large scale projects, which is why I say now lakhs of people have come into. They might not know they're doing permaculture, but as long as earth is taken care of, people are taken care of, and there is fair share. In my opinion, it is permaculture. As long as these three things are taken care of, you might not have done a permaculture design course, you might not want to do also, but if you have these three ethics, then you are on the right track, so you don't have to worry about it. There are a lot of beautiful movies which one should definitely watch. Some very interesting movies are coming in the southern industries, that is in Kerala and Tamil Nadu. There was one more beautiful movie, I'm forgetting the name, in Kerala, which was on rooftop gardening, where
oh,
a woman, she is just a housewife, she starts rooftop gardening and creates a revolution in their area. See, that's what, no, it's one straw revolution. You don't need a forest, you just need a straw.
and willingness to practice.
That's all.
So, if you just comment it later, finding out the name of the movies and links on a comment on this
Sure.
podcast, then people may find it and watch it. And before closing, let us also thank the people who commented. You can see it.
Yeah. Thank you so much, everyone. Yes, Aruna, this is a fantastic point which you shared. Seed sharing is, I mean, it's a lost art now. We are only into seed buying. There's no seed sharing, and this is also one thing which you can do to save biodiversity. This was suggested to me by Sabarmati. She's from Orissa. Fantastic. I think she's also got some Nari Shakti awards and all now. Is that the least thing you can do is contact someone from your village, find out one desi vegetable or seed which they were cultivating earlier, and grow one plant in one pot and keep cultivating that plant. It could be a chili, it could be a bhendi, but it has to be native seed. And by doing that, you will be preserving your legacy.
And just the previous comment, what she wrote, I mean about anthocyanins. What is this anthocyanins?
That was the color compound which was found in plants.
Okay, okay. And Vishak, I unfortunately joined a little late. Okay, you can see it, Aruna, because it will be saved. You can again, or many times you can watch this video. Agricultural Aranya agricultural alternatives.
Yeah, this is where I learned permaculture.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. And then Vishak, Deepak wrote this. Feel free to connect with us for more information regarding seed saving, permaculture, regenerative farming, and other related topics. Vishak Pulmoni and I are partners. We call ourselves Ingala Art. We can have a call and discuss. So that is a good thing. Ingala Art, there is a LinkedIn page also and their website.
Yes. So
So
Ingala is our company. We do consulting on regenerative agriculture and everything. Uh, Ingala means carbon in Kannada.
okay,
So everything is carbon. You are carbon, I am carbon.
yes,
If I were to believe in God,
yes,
then I would say maybe God is carbon.
yes, yes, yes. That is a main element for many things.
Yeah.
Yes. And finally, Pulmoni. Anna, what is it? Pushpanjali Reddy. Thank you. And Victor, thank you so much. There are two Facebook groups that do seed and plant saplings. They are quite active. Okay. And what else, Aruna? Thank you, Deepak. Howda. What is this meaning? Howda?
Howda is Kannada for is it?
Okay.
Tainaki.
Tainaki. Okay. 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 So that is a great discussion, and I'm glad that you agreed. And this video will be saved, and we can watch it on LinkedIn and YouTube. And later, I can also share the video on Facebook.
Sure.
Uh, what is this? Nice concept. God is carbon. Yes, I also like it. Yes, thank you, Aruna. Okay, so before closing, if you want to say any final word, any final words, Vishak?
Final words, though I would probably say starting words. Uh, I mean, it takes very little. We just have to be mindful. Take one extra second before whatever you do, and it might be life changing. It will be fantastic for the planet, but more importantly for your own self. Just take that one extra step. Even if any of these things you can do, make a start. Don't think that I'm not able to do something big, something large. If not anything, just go and knock on your neighbor's door today and have a cup of tea in their house, even if you can't plant a tree.
Yes. And I will make it a point and visit and see your that rooftop garden
Oh,
with your
definitely,
grandfather. It is
definitely.
not far from our place. We can go. I can take short, say, interview of your grandfather if he agrees. I hope he will agree because um, this is a subject people want to spread.
Yeah.
And last one, thank you, Debesh.
Yes,
There is no
definitely.
thank.
Thank you so
It
much
is
for
you should thank.
taking such interest.
You
Yeah.
should thank Vishak because he agreed to expose himself live on LinkedIn. And though people are very less interested in, as you said, to think for a few moments about themselves, first themselves and then others. Like if I think about myself, then it is naturally it is a thing which is adding contribution to others.
Oh, in fact, I will again one more thing say. Sorry, I'm saying the
Yes,
second last thing, but I do this entirely selfishly.
yes,
I am not doing it for the country, people, world. No, I have no such assumptions of, I am the next messiah and whatnot. No, I am doing this entirely for myself. It gives me immense happiness to work with people. It gives me immense happiness to grow something, eat it. And now I have a 7 month year old son. I am definitely not going to feed him chemical foods.
yes,
So I am doing it for myself. Say tomorrow I might not feel happy working with people. Then I'll not do it. I have no thing that, oh, no, no. It's making me extremely happy,
happy,
extremely grateful. It's grounding me.
satisfied, satisfied.
Yeah. It's keeping me grounded, not letting me, increase my ego levels go too far up. Because when you work with people, you can't have an ego. If you're working with community, the community will slap you. So that is why I do this.
And
And this is why you should do it too. All of you who are able to watch it and something, do it
yes,
for yourself,
yes,
very selfishly.
yes, selfishly. Selfish is a word which is never interpreted correctly. Still now, yes, it is always like, the last comment Deepak wrote. Debesh is talking like Vishak is CBI or CIA and is exposed. No, it is actually a exposition. Like people, I mean, when I approach people, some people they say that, oh no, 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 I can come on video. And they say that I generally don't come on video since you requested. You can take a few seconds of my speaking. So, as if like the exposition means it is something will spoil something, and most of the people in social media they always want to expose what they actually are not supposed to expose. They are doing continually like
Okay.
banal things. Okay,
Yeah.
so this is a great discussion, and
Thank you so much.
I will close the.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Namaskara. Namaskar. Vanakkam.
Yes, Jan Deshmukh
Oh, and
Vishak, nice story.
namaste also to everyone.
From his interaction with a show to his journey to making an impact in Northeast shows how you just need one bright moment to change your life. Thank you, Jayant. Thank you very much. Okay, so we'll close the session and we'll have other sessions later as you agreed. So for the time being, then we'll close and say goodbye. Okay.
Good night. Good night, everyone. Thank you so much.
Okay. Okay. I will end the session. Okay.